What's up, y'all? Compton here. Welcome to or welcome back to the channel if this is your first time, where we talk everything San Diego all the time. Let's get it. We're gonna be talking everything downtown San Diego. Cost of living, average prices. Do you wanna live here? Do you not wanna live here? You got a family? Should you live here if you're single? Whatnot, you got dogs, it's probably welcome down here. Everything downtown San Diego. Let's go. First of all, let's talk about cost of living downtown. So you're looking at, 76,000 just as like the median income. So you can still get a place for like 450K. It might be like a 400 square foot, one bed, one bath studio, but it's still affordable downtown if that's your cup of tea. Now, I mean, if you have the family and you want to move down here, that might be not where you want to go. But I mean, I would. I mean, personally, if I was single, I was down here, a couple hundred square feet, got the buddies over, down by Padres. When we talk about leases, so predominantly people are renting down here. We're looking at about $3,000 a month just for the median like lease. So you're gonna pay up there, but you're still gonna be able to be downtown. If you work downtown, it kind of makes sense. And even with that amount you're paying, you don't have to get a car. You can get a scooter. Everybody rides scooters around here. So there's no real reason to even get a car because you're gonna be paying that much in your lease. There's houses for $450 all the way up to what it was like $4 million. So whatever your cup of tea is, downtown, cost of living, you want it, come get it. It's yours. You're in downtown. Let's say you're just visiting. You don't have to live down here. Now, we already talked about the median and so on and so forth. You want to just come down here to visit. Besides there being, we got the historic museums, art gallery. We got the convention center. What is it now? July? Yeah, we got the Comic-Con. You might have heard of that. So people go from the Comic-Con, they head straight down to downtown, and the nightlife is where it's at. We're talking about Gaslamp, we're talking about downtown. I won't even name a couple of the bars, for whatever, but we're down there, you know what I mean? And there's a lot of historic things that I personally, as a family man, like to come down here for. Besides seeing the cruise ships, go down by the marina, go down by the water. There's a lot of fishing docks, fishing piers. So it's pretty much for everybody. Now, as far as if you're saying like, oh, we're single or we're a single couple, I forgot the acronym, but if you have dogs and you're just here down by yourself, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your spouse, whoever it may be, you can still have a good time down here. Downtown isn't like the end all be all where it's like, we just can't live, it's too expensive. If you like the noise, the vibes, the people, the food, the drinks, the nightlife, come to downtown. It kind of makes more sense because if you're gonna be working down here, and this is another plug for my brothers and sisters. You guys are down on 32nd Street, Camp Pendleton. If you live downtown, I'm just saying, it's a vibe in general because you got nonstop shit to do like all the time. And I know that because I was stationed down here and I love downtown. That's why I will always recommend, hey, where are you thinking about moving? Oh, I'm single, I'm this and that. It's just me and my dog. Downtown. It just makes sense. Food, well, I kind of like the foodie scene. I like to go do this and that. Downtown. Well, everything is downtown. It just makes sense. As far as families go, that's a whole nother topic. And that's why I like to get into because that's what I am, a family man. If you're talking about moving your family down here, I wouldn't specifically do it because like I talked about the median cost of living and the average salaries and whatnot in the space, you're not gonna get that downtown. And it's designed like that just because they understand a lot of people move out into the like suburbs. Those old things where it's like we work in the city and we live in the suburbs if we have a family. It kind of makes sense. But there are families that still live down here. There are amazing, elegant skyrises that are like in the heart of downtown. Even in Little Italy that had one of the newest buildings that they have, the luxury condos. I mean, yeah, they're going for starting off at like 36 all the way up to like almost like $10,000, but you're still here. You see what I'm saying? If you're a diehard Padres fan, you come down here, it just makes sense. You catch all the games, you get season passes, and you don't have to have a car. That's what makes sense to me. So living down here, it just makes sense. If you're in those demographics, family, single, married, divorced, twice divorced, 3 times divorced, doesn't matter. You want to stay single, come to downtown. It just makes sense to me. And that's my honest opinion. That's why you guys come here. So I'm going to give it to you, all right? I want to talk a little bit about transportation. Now, when you come downtown, you're seeing everybody just kind of like rolling around on their scooters or skateboards or just walking everywhere. Now, there's people that have cars. There's plenty of parking spaces, and most of these luxury, even the high rises or even the, the one bed, one bath, they still have parking. So I'm not saying you can have a car. I'm recommended. You don't really need one if you work down here. Now, as far as commute, when it comes to like going down to base, you're about 15, 20 minutes. You can still bike down Harbor Drive. When it comes to, going downtown back and forth, there's a trolley that goes all through downtown San Diego. Like, it just kind of makes sense. If you're here, you don't really need a car. Take the trolley, get a bike, get a scooter. I don't know, like go jogging. Just put on your running shoes if you want to just go to work. Keep a change of clothes at work. You're flying out of town. That's probably the best part. Why people come down here? Because remember, this is a tourist destination. As much as people like live here and they're like, oh, it's such a hustle and bustle. It's terrible to find parking. People know that it's going to be like that because it's a tourist destination. So they're anticipating the parking and the transportation not being great because guess what? Downtown, we have a shitload of hotels and everybody and their mother's down here, especially during Comic-Con. You're not going to find parking. You hear behind me, there's a bunch of construction. There's always construction going down because they want to build more places for people to live, more businesses, more things to do. That's what captures the eyes of these tourists coming out of town. You're living here, just get ready for that. You can't be surprised if you live downtown and all of a sudden you're like, man, there's like a lot of tourists. Like, no shit. You understood that coming into there. That makes absolutely no sense. But you also use the same transportation like they do. You want to fly out, you go straight to the San Diego airport. I mean, I think it was like $6 or $7. Don't quote me on that. It's 5 minutes away. You can walk to the airport. You know what I mean? So transportation, yes, the parking is ass. It's not great. I mean, you might take 30 minutes to even find parking, but once you got it, you got it. But then again, remember the prices. Now, if you live down here, you might have a parking spot yourself, but if you don't, you're looking to pay, if you get a meter, about $3, $4 for 2 hours. But on days like this, when we got Comic-Con, we got the farmer's market, we're in the heart of Little Italy right now. My man, I'm talking about 12 hours for $25 in one of these parking spots. That's no lie. How do I know that? Because I'm paying it right now as I'm talking to you. The parking is ass down here, but the people are great. The food is great. The vibe is great. You just want to be careful though. Obviously, you're walking downtown. Everybody's driving through. Everybody's walking nonstop. Just be careful when you're crossing streets. Don't forget, like or subscribe if you like my content. I'm going to keep putting this out. As long as you guys love it, I'm going to keep putting it out. This is what you get. You get an average guy just liking downtown, different parts of San Diego. Don't got to fake the funk. I love you because you love me. Okay, now as far as living in downtown San Diego, I get it. Now, being from a lot of the areas, even over in New York, you're not getting that New York traffic. I don't know if you've been over to New York and you're downtown New York, even in Manhattan, you're not getting as much traffic, but you still have that downtown vibe with the skyrises and everything going on. So don't look at it like you're going to get pickpocketed. There's nice people walking their dogs, everybody's great. Now downtown, because it's stacked up on top of each other, some people might not like that. And the surrounding cities, of course, when you want to go to the beach, do whatever you want to do, it's right here. It's downtown. Come on, you're not going to, nothing crazy is going to happen. But then again, I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe you come for your first time from Wisconsin and you get robbed. It can happen. It can happen anywhere, It can happen in downtown Wisconsin. But I'm just saying, downtown is great, but if you don't have that constant hustle and bustle, nonstop people like you do in New York, but you're in a city. If you understand city, you know what cities are like. There's going to be people nonstop everywhere. There's so many places, and it hits it for everything. Every single demographic, any single type of person, which I know from experience in the military, everybody from every walks of life literally have their own type of shit. So there are people that like this hustle and bustle, and some don't. Why not? Come get it, man. I'll tell you what it is about downtown. One, the food, because I love to fucking eat. I love to drink. I love the breweries. I love the people. I love everybody coming to hit me up. Everybody just talking to me. I'm just walking downtown. I got my headphones. I'm just by myself. I'm vibing. I can go grab a drink whenever I want to. I don't have to go 6 blocks up to grab something to eat, or I could if I have a really amazing restaurant, down the street. But I like downtown because I can just be myself. Everybody from walks of life, you know what I mean? I know there's people walking next to me that are millionaires, billionaires, or, yes, now, okay, hear me out. In downtown, there is a slight homeless problem, as people call it. There's homeless people everywhere, you know what I mean? You go to the Hamptons in New York, you see what I'm saying? You go to LA, hey, let's not talk about LA. But there's homeless people everywhere. It just makes sense. So when you hear people talk about downtown, like I said, I like to give you the skinny, because when people are like, oh, downtown, there's like a lot of fucking like homeless people. Like, dude, there's homeless people everywhere. You know what I mean? I could lose my home today. I'm homeless. I'm talking to you right now. You know, but downtown itself is a vibe. It just feels comfortable for me personally, because I can just do what I want, you know? Eat, drink, walk around. Everybody's just saying hi to me. It just feels nice. I like the noise. I like the hustle and buzz. I got to talk over everybody. I got to yell all the time just to make sure people hear me. You know what I mean? But I like taking my family down here too. When me and the kids come down here, we got pizzerias. We got the park right there, the waterfront park. We're right by the, come on. It just feels great even to walk my family down here so they can see that hustle and bustle that they're not used to. Because there's a lot of people that are sheltered moving in. Even if you're moving in from another state and you're considering downtown, I would at least say, give it a day. Give it a day, well, depending on your parking meter, give it like 3 hours or 4 hours, depending on your parking meter. Just come downtown, see the vibes, see the food, see the people, just feel the atmosphere, and you almost feel like alive. And then as the sun sets, which you can walk 2 blocks down and see from the, you know, the sunset on the water, then you come right back up and you hit the nightlife. And that nightlife, oh my gosh, such a great feeling. My buddies come down, my friends, and even before the nighttime hits, there's still a good amount of things to do, like the ice creams and the eateries that are still family oriented. So don't think like hey, the sun's going down, it's like I Am Legend, you just gotta tail it home. There's still stuff to do at night. They have carnivals, they have food festivals, they have so many venues that go down because they know this is the hub of San Diego. So I understand all the other extra parts that we're gonna cover and I'm gonna see, but this is the hub. So when you come down to downtown, expect the hub feeling. You're gonna see every single thing, every different type of person. You're gonna feel the parking. You might not be able to stay here long. You might get towed or a ticket, but you gotta expect that. This is the hub. This is the central. Downtown San Diego. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. Come on. And you already know, of course, if you're thinking about moving to San Diego, you're coming to visit San Diego, and you're curious in regards to, hey, is this the place for me, for my family? I want to take a look at it. I got some questions on it. I don't really understand the full thing of downtown San Diego like people say. I want the real deal, the skinny, from a guy that actually goes down there, operates down there. I'm your guy. Make sure you call, text, you know, send me any type of communication. Any demographic that you hit, family, single, whatever it may be, any questions you might have, me, understandably, as a real estate professional, I thrive to have those answers to make it make sense, because not everybody's the same. And again, as a real estate professional, I make sure I know every ins and outs because I want to give you the real deal. I don't want to bullshit you and give you some shit where it's like, oh, you have 6 kids? Downtown's literally the perfect place for you. It doesn't make sense for everybody. So you got any questions, concerns, anything, make sure you call, text, email me, whatever you got to do. I got it, you know. Let me know what you guys want me to do the video on next. Anything you need, I got you, or I know a guy, all right? And you already know. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the likes, the subscribe, the support. I appreciate the shit out of you guys. Keep sending it my way. I'll keep taking it all in. I love you guys, everybody. Let's go.